Welcome to this video guide about the role of a wellbeing caseworker and how you can access support should you or someone you know be affected by something that has distressed or concerned you. Although this guide is tailored towards students, staff may also find this video useful to better understand the support available to students. Within this video, I will cover what unacceptable behaviour is and what kind of behaviours are deemed unacceptable, and give you a brief overview of the Standing Together initiative. I will then move on to explore what the role of a wellbeing caseworker looks like and how they're able to holistically support students. This guide will explain what you can expect from your first appointment with a caseworker, what ongoing casework support might look like, what to do in an emergency, and finally, we will cover confidentiality and data protection within the remit of safeguarding. We will then finish off with where to find the team and how to make contact. Please note that we will be briefly discussing topics that some may find triggering. These subjects will include sexual violence and racial trauma. We won't be going into detail about these topics, but please do be mindful of this content and seek support if needed. Standing Together is a university-wide initiative improving well-being through tackling and preventing unacceptable behaviours and supporting students who are directly and indirectly affected. Standing Together engages all areas of the university, including academics, the accommodation team, the students' union, the security team, and importantly, students. So in standing together against these behaviours, we are making a clear statement that students and staff are united in creating a campus culture of equality, diversity, inclusion and support. So what is unacceptable behaviour? You can disclose information about any unacceptable behaviour, including but not limited to abuse, bullying, harassment, discrimination, domestic violence and coercion, sexual violence and hate incidents. It's important to note that all types of unacceptable behaviours can leave you feeling a range of emotions, and you should not have to accept any behaviour that you're uncomfortable with. We also acknowledge that there may be damaging mental health and well-being of these types of incidents. An example of this may be racial trauma, which can result from experiences of racism, discrimination and hate crimes. I will talk a little bit more about the support available to you in these instances later in the video. As students, you are able to let us know about something that has happened to you or someone you know, either anonymously or by leaving your contact email, by answering the multiple choice questions on the Report and Support online disclosure system. In completing the online disclosure tool, you do not need to specifically know how to categorise a behaviour, and you can select Other if you believe it fits into a different definition of behaviour. It is important to note that disclosing information on this system does not automatically trigger any formal reporting procedures. For more information about the online disclosure tool, we have created a video guide to help you familiarise yourself with the system, so please check this out. This video can be found on the support pages of the system itself. If you submit a disclosure online via Report and Support and you leave a contact email address, you'll be contacted by a Standing Together caseworker. Caseworkers are here to help by offering advice and support to students in relation to their well-being and any unacceptable behaviours that they may have experienced. They can provide sensitive, practical and emotional support and information to enable students to better manage difficult situations. As I just mentioned, caseworkers in the Standing Together team are here to help support you through those difficult times and work with you to identify your reporting and support options. The Standing Together team is made up of specialist caseworkers who are trained in receiving disclosures and offering support. They're also trained sexual violence liaison officers, and they sit within the wider student support services alongside welfare, wellbeing and the accessibility team. There are two wellbeing caseworkers, Kyle Watson and Odette Hay. For more information about the team, please visit the report and support pages. If you make a disclosure online or are referred into the service by another member of staff, your caseworker will offer a non-judgmental space in which you can discuss your concerns and help you to understand the options available to you through external services and within the university. Guided by you, this meeting may include your caseworker supporting you to make informed choices and, with your explicit consent, contacting and liaising with other services on your behalf. For instance, they can help you to access external services and coordinate this support. This may include signposting or referring you to specialist services or practical and legal advice. In terms of internal support, your caseworker can liaise with accommodation and security, academic departments and specialist support services. That might be in relation to counselling, finance or study, union and other teams across the university. It may also include exploring options for reporting to the police or to the university as a disciplinary matter, and looking at support options that may go alongside or aside from these. It may be that you don't want to report the incident at all. Your caseworker will look at the best options for you and talk these through with you. Caseworkers can also provide advice and guidance for you and your department about the potential impact of your disclosure on your studies and explore how this can be accommodated. Your caseworker can help you work through other problems or issues that you may be experiencing, regardless of whether this is directly related to the incident you've disclosed or not. Support is also available if you're concerned about somebody else. This is by no means an exhaustive list. You are always welcome to contact the team to find out whether they are the right people to support you. So, to provide a bit more information which might help you make your decision, here are some ways in which they might not be able to support you. So it's important to note that they are not a crisis service, nor do they offer 24/7 support. In the case of an emergency, when crisis responses are needing the emergency services, the team can explore whether therapeutic support options may be helpful for you. However, they do not offer counselling. They're also not able to influence decisions of other departments, services or organisations, nor are they able to make assurances in relation to processes and decisions outside of their remit. This may relate to the disciplinary process, academic processes or other concerns. Although these points above may be outside of their expertise, they will still always try their best to find the right team that are able to support you in the most appropriate way and signpost you to other relevant services or teams. This is what some of the students who have accessed support have shared about the team. If you'd like to read the feedback on screen, you can revisit this slide once the guide is complete. So what can you expect when you make contact with a caseworker? Once the team have been notified of a concern or disclosure, a caseworker will make contact within 2 working days to confirm that they've received this information. You will then be offered an initial 30-minute meeting with a case by phone or video call. When you meet your caseworker for the first time, they will complete a holistic needs assessment and ask you to provide a brief account of your concern to allow them to provide the most appropriate advice and support. They will only ask you specific, clear questions in order to explore with you what your next steps could be, so please try not to worry about this too much. An important point to remember is that caseworkers will never ask you to provide a full account of the incident. So following the initial meeting, your caseworker will send you an email with a summary of the conversation and confirm any agreed actions. This will allow you to revisit all options explored at a later date if required. Subsequent meetings, conversations, and any actions can be agreed and arranged on a case-by-case basis. You need different amounts of support, and your caseworker will be guided by you as much as possible. As I mentioned earlier, caseworkers are unable to provide crisis support. So if you are worried about your safety or feel at risk of harming yourself or others, you can call the emergency services. It is also recommended that you download the Safe Zone app, which allows you to alert university security via your mobile phone if you ever need urgent assistance or first aid, or if you ever have an emergency whilst on campus. The system is privacy protected, so will never share your location unless you summon assistance or if you use the check-in function. Caseworkers may discuss or share information on a need-to-know basis in order to be able to offer support both internally and externally. This can be done with consent, and they will respect your wishes, although it may potentially limit the support you're able to receive if information cannot be shared. They may also discuss or share information in relation to specific concerns that they may have about information disclosed that could allude to individuals being at imminent or potential risk both internally and/or externally. If they need to share your information, they will let you know before doing so. However, they will sometimes still have to act on these concerns even without your consent. There are other ways they will try and protect your choices and information while working with you, including, for example, not initiating contact if they see you outside of context. This is to try and ensure that you continue to have a choice as to how you engage with the team. And finally, if you would like to find out more information about data protection and record keeping at the university, please visit the following webpage. If you do have any other questions about how your caseworker will be treating your information, please feel able to ask them either before initiating contact or throughout the course of your support. To make contact with the team, you should complete a report and support submission as discussed earlier. When your caseworker makes contact and arranges an initial meeting with you, they will provide you with the relevant details needed before your appointment, including where to find the team in person or how to make contact remotely via phone or video call. For more information about the Standing Together team and support available, please visit the following links. And for any general questions about this video guide or for support the team can offer, please email standingtogether@le.ac.uk. This brings us to the end of the video guide. Thank you for taking the time to listen. We hope it was helpful for you.